The confetti's fallen and we are done here in Brooklyn. Virginia, the #1 seed, beats North Carolina and once again holds a team to under 65 points. Defense has been their calling card all season. And tonight they need some spectacular offense from Kyle Guy, the MVP of this tournament, as the confetti falls tonight. And the Cavaliers, for the third time ever, are champions of the ACC. Not exactly the craziness we expected out of this tournament in the end. Just who would have been predicted to win this did win this tournament, but they're going into the NCAA tournament red hot now, 7 straight wins. Get to pick where they want to go. Tony Bennett didn't seem to realize that after the game, but they are going to be able to, as the #1 team in the country, determine where they start March Madness. And they are going to be so hard to beat. Seeing this team, you see something special. The way they guard the perimeter, the way they scramble, the way they rotate, the way they buy into that system around a fantastic defensive player in Isaiah Wilkins, who, as Bennett said after the game, gets on people when they're not in the right position defensively. The top players on this team manage themselves. That's what Bennett said is special about this group, and he again and again said that having Joe Harris and the other players from the 2014 ACC champion team here was a special thing for him, special for this team, and they are on some kind of roll. The consistency this team shows night in and night out, able to stop no matter who they go against. UNC came in here looking unstoppable, tearing apart zones, whether it was Syracuse or Duke. Theo Pinson, who probably had a case for MVP of this tournament in his own right, was completely taken out of this game from the start, 0 of 5 outside. And in the end, could only end up making a few scrappy plays here or there. Luke May was the guy they had trouble with in this one. He was tearing through defenses, getting inside, using hesitation moves on the outside to shake up the defense a little bit, and he started this game 5 of 7. UNC did put up a great fight. They were within 2 or 3 possessions all game, but as one of their players talked about after this game, it feels like it's more. You're down 2-3 possessions, but it feels like it's more than that. And the Virginia players were asked about that as well. They said that's just a testament to their defense. The defense they take a lot of pride in, but they played fantastic offense through the early portion of the second half. Both teams were matching shots back-to-back 5 ways. Kyle Guy was getting in that lane with absolute fluidity. It looked easy for him. And he is the MVP of this tournament. As we said before, they move on to March Madness, the undoubted favorites to win the national championship. But you got to show up night in and night out, as Bennett said. The defense has to come to play, and for every game this whole season they have so far, only one team has surpassed the 65-point mark against them, and that's West Virginia. So, Cavaliers end our week in Brooklyn. This court's going to go back to being the Nets court starting tomorrow, and now we move on to March Madness. Thanks for sticking with us here, CLNS Media in Brooklyn. Been very hospitable to us. I'm gonna miss the food myself, but it was a special environment here. We're seeing a special thing develop with this Cavaliers defense, maybe the greatest defense in all of college basketball. They're moving on to March. Time to fill out your brackets. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock we will see who is playing who gets in. There's no doubt these 2 teams are going to get in as 1 is 2 seeds. There are other teams who play in this tournament who aren't so sure. Notre Dame, Syracuse, they made their best cases they could with 1 win or 2 wins in Notre Dame's case. So the mystery will be gone tomorrow. We'll know exactly who's playing in March Madness, but for now, ACC champions, the Virginia Cavaliers. Brooklyn, it's been fun. Appreciate you having us. And thank you to everyone who tuned in for our coverage here. CLNS Media, closing out the ACC tournament. I'm Bobby Manning. Appreciate you following along. Good night.